Hello and welcome to Simon's Trading Channel. Happy Monday to you, start of a new week. Hope you're all well and you had a great weekend and you're looking forward to a marvellous week. Now let's get straight in with the price action analysis. Welcome to another daily Bitcoin price action analysis and thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, please like and subscribe. That would be very kind. Now this is the weekly chart, and as you can see, last night, while I was in bed, Bitcoin closed on Bybit right there. And following that closure, the MACD did move quite a bit closer to the zero line. Now, there is a number here, which is just at 15,000, for where the price has to be with its current trajectory to cross the zero line. And that's what I predefine as a change in trend. That number, though, is very misleading when the MACD is not very close. And when I say very close, it has to be very close to the zero line for this number to be accurate. And so it's not accurate at the moment, but it's getting closer. And it's going to be very interesting to see where the MACD ends up relative to the zero line at the end of this week. This week's price action. So clearly that's still in the future. I don't know where it's going to happen, but it will be interesting to see what happens. Now, the reason why I refer to the MACD and the zero line is you can see very quickly, just by going back through the history of Bitcoin with a MACD on below your chart. So for example, if you switch to, or if I switch to Bitstamp, you can see when the MACD crosses above the zero line, it tends to signify a bull market, and when the MACD closes below the zero line, the opposite, so a bear market. It doesn't pick out the start and end perfectly, but the general trend of the market tends to be manifested in the position of the MACD relative to the zero line. So above, uptrend, below, downtrend. And clearly, a trend on a weekly time frame is a bear or a bull market, right? So if the MACD starts to close weeklies, on a weekly time frame, starts to get below the zero line, it's going to look like this is actually a macro top. But we're not there yet, so no need to worry about that sort of thing at the moment. Now, getting into some more pertinent analysis for today, you can see here is the daily candle, and it's one of indecision. When you have a big wick to the top and a big wick to the bottom, and then the body in between, that's just an indecision candle. And you can see that the indecision price action basically on the you can see it better on the 4 hours, what I'm trying to say in a very inarticulate manner. Now I did have a little box of interest. Everybody loves an interesting box, and it was, I mean, I say box, it's a rectangular, it's a rectangle, so that doesn't make it a box, right? That makes it I think it's a cuboid, but I might be wrong if I say that. No, that's a three-dimensional rectangle. Rectangular anyway, I'm just going to call it a rectangular box. and feel free to correct me. But there's the box, and the top of the box is at basically 58.5. Daily closures above there. Very much looks like there'll be an assault on 60,000. Probably get resistance initially. But Bitcoin clearly has not done that on a daily time frame, and indeed it closed yesterday's candle below the box, and it looks like today's closure on a daily time frame will be below the bottom of the box. So even though this 4 hour price action is a bit kind of up and down, the daily closures for yesterday and it looks like today are going to be below the bottom of the box. And that to me suggests that downside is far more likely as the next move. However, the 4-hour momentum is still to the downside, but it's getting less strength to the downside as it approaches the 0 line. So it is still to the downside, but the strength of the downtrend on the 4-hour is waning. Not so for the daily. As you can see, it's still heading straight down. And so for now, the current low is still this wick low, which is at 53.5, call it. And I do wonder if this price action is going to turn into a low in itself. But as I told you about this a few videos ago, when you get moves into support or resistance, like for example a move into resistance, a move into resistance, a move into resistance, blah de blah, or a move into support, a move into support, you know, you can find loads of them. You don't need me to go through each one. A reversal tends to occur relatively quickly. And so if price action hangs around at support or resistance for a significant time period, it's more likely for trend continuation. So to carry on in the direction of approach to support resistance. And at the moment, it is hanging around there. So I think the longer that Bitcoin hangs around here, the more likely it is to make a move down to probably 50,000, something like that. And then we'll see what happens. And therefore, I would like to see if this is going to turn out to be a low, as in with price action moving above from it, then I would suggest that needs to happen really probably by the middle of the week. But that is a guess, and you know, just do what price action tells you day by day. So how long is that now? That's 7 minutes. I think that's enough from me. So kind of similar to yesterday's analysis, but with yesterday's closure below the bottom of the box, and indeed what looks like is going to be today's closure below the bottom of the box, I still think that the next move is likely to be to the downside, and I wouldn't be surprised if it gets down to 53.5 either today or tomorrow. I say today, tomorrow, or the following day. But anyway, there we go. That's in the future, and we'll come back to it tomorrow. If you have enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and join me for Tuesday, which, who knows, might look a lot different. Let's hope I wake up tomorrow and Bitcoin's back above 60,000. Okay, take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.